Okay, we're gonna get into some French league today, and it is Chaumont Haute-Marne versus Toulouse. So we got Joe Worsley's team, and Joe Worsley got the MVP and the Setter of the Year, so that's pretty saucy. And then yeah, so we got Suikonen, Diop, Jacob Pasteur. You got Heno in there. They have some. They have a young but very fiery roster. Duflos with the most swings over here. Don't know who he is. Don't know who he is. Not gonna lie to you guys, I'm not sure who these guys are, but they're probably pretty saucy. So let's check it out. Yeah, I think Joe Worsley got the MVP and the Setter of the Year, so he's doing real well this year. And then who is this guy? Diop. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's a real athletic swing there. And this is why you need to be able to set the middle from scenarios like this, because then look at how this guy just has to wait, because Joe could definitely throw this in there to this guy, especially with how big he is too, but then he has to wait and then hit the split step and then he leaves a gap. Yeah, so even when you're semi in system, like not perfect pass, that middle has to be an option. Was it Chase Holdaway? I can't remember who he is, but I think he went to Long Beach or something. That middle. Yeah, this guy right here. But again, like, same thing here. Like, Joe Worsley's over here, and he's still able to run the middle. Okay? And I think that is what, like, adds to his offense the most, is that he is able to run the middle wherever. This guy's running the middle when it's perfect pass, which, I mean, obviously, if they can give you perfect passes constantly, then cool. But chances are they're not going to give you many perfect passes. Good choice by, is this Pasteur? Oh, no, this is Diop here. Good choice, just finding that edge of the block. Takes it through there. And you only need to get the pinky. You don't need to get a bunch. You only need to get the pinky. Yeah, like, chances are you're not going to get too many situations like that. But, like, the middle has to follow the middle. And, like, when he has to follow him like this, he's still in a gap, so he's still, like, in a pretty good situation. But, like, look at how far over these blockers have to shift. And then Diop over here is going to be almost definitely on a one-on-one if he reverses the flow there. Out of bounds. Oh, shoot. Got the touch. And again, like, it only has to be a pinky. It only has to be a fingertip. If you have a challenge system or maybe good refs, it only has to be a very, very small touch for you to score on it. Bang. Bang. And again, like, this also makes a difference too if you're running your middles a lot, is these guys bite on it sometimes, and boom, you get a solo or a no block. Yeah, and I think like that, and like I'll tell you guys this real quick too. If you're just that help blocker, if he's right in front of you, then this is different. Okay, this doesn't apply. But if you're just the help blocker and he's like next to you, you really have to be patient there so you're not getting beat. Okay, like, don't, like, be late on this guy. Don't be late on this guy. Well, don't be wrong. As always, be late, don't be wrong. But yeah, like, if you're help blocking with that middle, don't sell out on that middle, because then you're leaving your primary option completely free. Okay? Hopefully that makes sense. Good swing there. I really like this tempo, because this guy's able to just kind of jog into it, and then off of this step, he's able to just explode. Look at the change of pace. Off that step, he just goes harder. Boom. Takes a rip. Good swing there. Well, somebody's in the net. Yep. What is it, the setter? Okay. I don't mind the setter, though. I don't know who he is. But he's a Gill. He's a big dude though. He's a tall setter. And like you'll probably see him take some really short balls. Gosh, man. But like honestly, this is a fine block move by this guy here. He waits, and then he has to go up and help block. And he's covering the bounce. Which I mean, with that big of a middle though, it's kind of tough, but still. I'd say he made the right choice there. Ooh. Joe Worsley might get a block here. Ooh, yeah. Good for him. And, like, I mean, he's not the biggest block. So, again, it's just super important for him to seal the net, not try and reach, like just seal the net so that if that person brings it down to him, he's good. Bang. What a block move. And, like, you have to be as aggressive as possible. Treat this block approach like a hitting approach. Go up, be physical, press over the net real hard. Really nice there. I don't mind that set, but looks like this guy just kind of brought it down into the block again. And like honestly, if you're a smaller guy too, if you're not jumping over people, you have to swing almost upward. Not almost. You have to swing upward, okay, or else you're not making it around the block. Maybe you'll make it through like that one. Maybe you sneak it. Maybe you sneak it around if you're going angle enough, like Joe does here. But yeah, if you're like an undersized outside or something like that, with a really good stable block in front of you, you're gonna have to swing over the top big time. Like you're gonna have to swing upward. But if you get some sort of fractured block here, like it's in system, take an angle, and that should work. And that libero honestly should have gotten that dig. It was kind of like right in his lap. A little fade route, a little pop. Yeah, and I don't know. I mean, especially against a big blocker like this, you want to get any sort of advantage that you can. Just so that he can't jump as high and stuff like that, and reach over the net as much. But I mean, against big middle blockers, it's always tough anyways. Again, like this is why, man, because these guys both have to stay completely disciplined, and that middle is no longer up. He's not a blocking option, and it's just solo. You have to be able to run your middle, man. Get your hands on it, fling it to that middle. Find a way. And I don't know, I mean, maybe I'll try and see if it looks like they run audibles or if it's like just that route follows very well or what it is, but let me see right here. It actually, this might show it pretty well. Okay. All right. So, okay, you might not be able to see this. Maybe I'm just delusional. Who knows? But it looks like this middle gets off the net, sees where the pass is, and then says, okay. Like at first he was going to approach on a 1 or a front or whatever you might call it. But then he sees where the pass is and he audibles and goes here. Okay? Obviously Joe can definitely set that. But the audible, like he sees where the pass is and he says, okay, I can no longer run a 1, I'm going to go on a 3. Or I'm going to go on a gap or whatever it may be. Then it looks like the same thing here. But then that ball is perfect, so then he goes on that route. Okay, I hope that makes sense. But like that's gonna help you get yourself available. And if you are a setter or a middle or honestly anybody on the team, you should definitely talk to your teammates about this. Talk to your coach about practicing this and working on it, because it just makes that middle more available. And now instead of once that passes off, you can no longer run anything. It just opens that up and just maintains the option for the middle, if that makes sense. So like, it's tough. It's kind of an adjustment that the middle is going to have to make. The middle is going to have to kind of learn how to see where the pass is and then decide where to go, what to do. And that's going to be a process. Nobody's going to be perfect right off the bat with it, but it's definitely a worthwhile endeavor. Like you definitely should try to learn how to do that, because it truly does add a ton to your offense. And like the more you work on it, the more fluent it'll get, and like there's no Like the communication can be really good, and there's no more confusion between the setter and the middle. Like it can get really fluent, you know. Wow, they're just getting playing scrappy here, just getting a bunch of defensive touches here, and now they get to run their offense. Ooh, let's see this transition. Yeah, and this is why, like, backpedaling, it doesn't make huge differences, but it makes enough of a difference where you should really focus on, like, just turn and run to get off the net, because look at where he gets, and then he has to stop his momentum almost completely there, and then he has to jump. It's pretty much just a standing jump for him, and then he's not able to adjust or get his feet to the ball or anything like that, you know. Yeah, and I mean, he maybe even if he's approaching from inside the court, he might be able to wait on that anti-penultimate step and then explode to the ball. Even if he's approaching like at a different angle than he usually would be, if he's still waiting and then exploding towards those last two steps, I still think that'll make a big difference, you know. So that's timing, that's, I don't know, flow, like how fluent you are, how comfortable you are out there. Yeah, like this right here is really nice. Like he's waiting on it, he's ready to go inside because this pass gets moved backward, and then he adjusts to it, takes the line. Nice, very nice. I like that swing. Hybrid. Decent pass. Joe Worsley's back, no? Right? Yeah, okay. Nice high swing by Diop. I don't know where Diop is from, but he's an athlete, that's for sure. Good out-of-system take, man. That's a good set. Ball's right in front of him, he takes it, puts it high, no hesitation, and then he drops his hands. He talks a little bit of crap there, too. Fair enough. Fair enough. Goes back, rips a serve. I like this guy. I like him. Bang. Oh, goodness. And they called Joe over on this, but, dude, as a small setter, go for that kind of stuff. You got it. You have to. You have to be a net presence, or else people are going to dominate you up there and nothing's going to work. Like, you have to be a net presence. Even if you get called over a few times, you have to be a net presence and you have to get up there and do it. You know, like, now, next time that Chaumont gets a tight pass, it's going to be different. They're going to respect that. They're going to maybe go to their hitters, understanding that he might be able to get those, you know. Even if he gets called over on it, you just have to go up there and get it sometimes. You really do. Oh, I got a little post-nasal drip right now. Some snot. I like that run a lot. I really like this. I like how that's a really a really good set because he's vertical. I mean, maybe a few inches higher, but really nice. Like he's able to get on top of that ball really well and just pop it. Really nice, really nice. Really fluent offense. Just really good. Takes a rip. And you know, this is good footwork here. Just 2 feet to the ball, get up, boom. I mean, I don't know. That might be pretty natural for almost every volleyball player at a certain level, but I just want to say it, you know, I just want to make that clear. And yeah, so 2 things here. And that pass gets moved backward. Well, sorry, not backward, off the net. And you want to run that pipe. First thing, look at how Joe really leads him, keeps him in front of him. But then also, he kind of takes his approach a little bit at an angle here and jumps this way. Okay, because, I mean, hopefully that ball's in front of him, which it looks like it got in front of him, which is the most important part. But then also just the angle. It lets him open up to that ball a little bit better, lets him see that ball and track it a little bit better, and yeah, allows him to take a better swing there. Yeah, because if you're if you're approaching, let's say you're approaching from here and you're going at this angle, that ball's coming from directly behind you. But if you're coming at the opposite angle, so you're coming from like here, let's say it's even more extreme, he goes from here. He sees that ball. He might not see enough of that block though. So it's kind of like this is just a perfect little mix, you know, where it's just a little bit of an angle so that he can see the ball a little bit better, but still see the block out of the corner of his eye, you know, like nothing too extreme. I don't want you guys going completely horizontal with the approach, but it's just a little bit of an angle, you know, like there's always a little perfect mix. And they're hitting the pipe right now. They're really letting it fly. I like that, especially like if it keeps working and you don't think that they're gonna make an adjustment, keep running it, man. Keep running it, keep doing your thing. I don't know why this middle left this ball. He could have tipped. He definitely could have tipped it or done something there. That was weird. I don't know why that dude decided to leave that one alone, but hey, stuff happens. People mess things up sometimes. And yeah, I mean, I like how Joe really just works hard to get off the net there, but then he's moving on contact and he's a little bit too far inside. You know, you want to stay wide. You want to stay wide in the court. There's a balance, of course, because you need to be able to cover the tips too, but yeah. And this guy, this blocker, I don't know, maybe it was the other guy, but this blocker keeps biting. He keeps biting on this middle. And then Joe just flips it up for D-up, and it's an easy money ball. Easy money, no block. Boom. Yeah, Joe's getting, I mean, the decision making is looking really, really good right now. Really, really good decisions are being made. And I mean, yeah, it just seems like Joe makes the middle's life really, really hard. Every team that he plays against. I like this move. And look at how he's okay with drifting here to close that block, and then he rolls off of him. He doesn't bump him into the net so much. He just rolls off of him really well there. He kind of jumps off the net a little bit as he's jumping, just enough to where he can still press, but enough to where he rolls off instead of blasts to the outside. Oh, and look at the transition. Look at the transition. Okay, this is a perfect middle block move into transition. Okay, huge move, super physical. He hits a split step. Boom. And then jumps really hard and drifts a bit into the close. Holds it, and then rolls off. Lands with his left. Opens up. Look at how he's open to the court. And I mean, he gets really wide because of how fast it was, but he closed the block, so it's cool. And then he finds where that ball is. No, like he finds a way to completely change his momentum, and then gets up there, takes a rip, gets up there, makes himself available. And the more you make yourself available, the more that the setter can do, the more that the setter can hit you. Okay. If you're a middle who's complaining about not getting sets, bro, maybe you're not making yourself enough. Maybe you're not making yourself available enough. Okay, make it undeniable that you're up there all the time, man. And then that setter is gonna be more experimental with how much he throws the ball to you. Like right here, like if you're not getting this ball, maybe it's because you're not making yourself available. Maybe it's not because you're going hard enough. If you're going hard, making yourself available, that setter is gonna try and give you a chance there. Interesting. It's a good pass, man. Sometimes you just gotta get hit. Get hit, pop it up there. Bang. Ooh. Off the pipe. Oh my gosh. You gotta be ready to go up and take a rip. And I mean, that's quick thinking by Joe, too, because he sets him. It's a really quick ball. D-up is right here. His transition's terrible. But this guy, he can just go straight forward. And if he trusts him, he's chilling. I don't know what that libero's thinking right there, but he is walking right in front of this dude. Oh my gosh. That was very silly of him. All right, now we're scrambling. I don't mind that drop by the middle. Like if you're alone, I would say, I don't know, depending on the thing. But if you're alone in a situation where that dude's really far off the net, yeah, you should drop your hands. It's a nice serve, really nice serve. That's one that you guys can work on. Just like an 80 to 90% serve, cut a little extra, get to that line there. Especially if you're serving from here. Really nice, really nice, really nice. And again, like if he just does a little bit of it dropping, it's gonna kind of fake them out. You know, if you're serving real deep consistently, and then you just kind of snap your wrist a little extra on the next one and just drop it a few feet shorter than usual, might mess with some people, man. Oh, Jacob Pasture. Jacob Pasture into the net. Yeah, right off the bench though. He's cold, so it's understandable. Dude's an athlete though. Yeah. Out of bounds, see a ball. Decent pass. But again, that middle's an option. Even if it's not like a prime option, like this middle's not thinking, okay, he's definitely going to the middle here. But he's thinking, he might, I gotta stay, I gotta wait. And then it just makes him make this move instead of, I don't know, a move where he reaches and blocks this. You know, like it gives your outsides a chance a little bit more. You know, yeah, like setting the middles more often genuinely does help everybody on the team. Like it helps more people than you think. Did he get blocked here? Oh shoot, man. Yeah, he got roofed. He got snuffed out. Wow. I mean, what's the worst thing that could happen? Is this guy has to tip it. I mean, it helps that this dude's huge. He misses the window, it goes right into the middle's hands. But now they're in a scramble play. They're putting somebody out of system. Ooh, and they mess it up. Hey, sometimes that'll happen. I guarantee that Joe's still going to go for it. Subbed him out. Oh my gosh. Subbed out the MVP. Good for this guy for chasing it, but I guess it just goes right to the middle. Bang. That stinks. Are we up? Nope. Yeah, that guy's still subbed in. That's interesting. I'm surprised that they subbed Joe out. He missed one window. I don't know, maybe he made some other decision today. He did give it to Jacob Pasture pretty quick and stuff. I don't know. Bang. Gosh, that pipe. The pipe is just too much. The pipe is such an aggressive run. I love it. I love the pipe. It's just like, it's either this or this, you know? Like, it's so similar, like close and so confusing. You know, like they're both, it's hard to tell what's happening, you know? Like it's a good run, man. I love it. I'm a big fan. I love hitting the pipe too. I think it's my favorite thing to do, man. Up, nope. Yeah, if I could only hit one route for the rest of my life, it would be a Bic. Wow, that's very impressive. And again, like, he gets pushed off probably 13 feet off the net, but yet he's still able to hit the middle and the pipe. And then, well, I mean, the middle, it would be, let's say, a B or a B plus connection on if it's a good set. But, like, yet this is what the block looks like. Such a good run, man. Such a good choice. Because look at where they're going. Look at where the outsides are going, too. These outsides are leaving. Both of them. And this guy's ready to hit a split step. Yeah. It's beautiful, man. And, like, that means, like, he has 4 options there. which means it's a perfect pass. And that pass on 13 feet is like technically a perfect pass for Joe Worsley because he's able to find everybody. You know, it's a beautiful thing. It really is. It's very impressive. It's not easy, but he's got really good hands. He feels confident throwing that ball wherever he wants. I love it. I do. Big fan. There's a reason he's the MVP, man. Because like this middle never knows what's happening, and he can't make any good moves. Like if you're playing against a good middle, throwing some of these up there, because most setters would just go one of the pins here, but instead he throws it in front of Jacob Pasteur, and Pasteur rips it to the corner, off the hands too, and like look at the block that he's going against on it. Okay, boom. Like come on. Like he obviously has a huge advantage against this much of a broken block, you know. Got it. And you have to experiment with it. You can't just break it out one day. Okay, you have to experiment with it in practice. You have to practice it. You have to train it, and you have to get comfortable with it so you're not just looking like a fool throwing the ball all over the place. You still have to hit the window enough to where it's a hittable ball. Oh, hello. But yeah, but you can train that for sure, no doubt. I like that ball too. Just flips it up there. Whoa. This guy is definitely under. Yeah, he was under. Let's see. And yeah, like, because at this point, if the setter can only do this, then look at the block that he's going against. He's going against a triple, actually, because Jacob Pasteur wants to get athletic out here. I don't mind that. But, like, if you're boring to where you can't hit the middle here, then that middle can just, see ya, I'm out of here, ka-chow. Obviously, you can't do it every time, but you got to be able to do it enough to where they respect it, you know. Yeah, you just have to do it. Like, you have to, it just needs to be unpredictable. You know, unpredictable, but clean. Unpredictable can't mean messy and missing windows, but unpredictable needs to mean finding solo blocks all the time. Or at least fractured blocks. You know, if you're constantly flexing the block, you're gonna be golden. You're gonna be in good shape. Oh yeah, hello. Wow, he throws this he throws this pretty high here. I'm not even gonna lie. But Jacob Pasteur can handle it. Yep. Wow. Look at that ball. Inbound. Yep. And like again, 4 options. He has 4 options here. He can set 4 people here. Okay? Because look at how fast he is. And he gets his hands on the ball and just flings it wherever he wants all the time. Love it, man. 3 options now. He's constantly in a good situation. If you got good hands, and that's why I like the way he sets too, because he grabs the ball and throws it quick. You know, it's like he gets his hands on the ball, flings it. It's like I've heard the thing where it's like use your hands as a platform to set, like hit the ball. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I want you to fling that ball where it needs to be. Look at the footwork by Jacob Pasteur here. Very nice, very nice, very nice. Feet to the ball. Kaplow.